Bucky Barnes is the Ben Solo of the Marvel Universe, yes or no?
That darn movie show!
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Clarice here, and today I am taking on Civil War. Captain America Civil War. Now, apparently some people have been getting quite touchy about comparisons between Batman v Superman and Civil War, which, quite frankly, I find a bit ridiculous, but mainly because it is so interesting to look at both of these films and how I think they might be signaling a change in the air for the superhero film, because up until now, Marvel and DC have been operating on this idea that to up each other they have to create more and more destruction. And I think people are finally starting to get bored of that, and so these films are suddenly becoming quite self-reflective and starting to look at the consequences of that destruction. It's the idea that, superheroes have to be regulated and made culpable for their actions, which causes the titular Civil War. And honestly, yes, I do think that Disney/Marvel have done a way better job of exploring that idea. But I think it's basically because it's such a part of its DNA. Marvel is a studio that has always been so open and so reactionary to the things around them. I mean, they're constantly trying out new styles and new approaches. I mean, if you're comparing the likes of Winter Soldier's Cold War thriller to Guardians of the Galaxy's space opera, for Civil War it feels like such a culmination of its entire 8-year history and everything that it's learnt along the way. I think that's why it feels like such a triumph for the studio. It's really learnt from its mistakes, like from Age of Ultron's big Sokovia finale proving that bigger doesn't necessarily make better, and also this idea of pausing the narrative to cram in more MCU tidbits like they kind of did in Ant-Man. So the big climactic battle in Civil War feels surprisingly intimate because of that. It doesn't try and physically up the stakes, but emotionally ups the stakes instead, so that each punch lands with the weight of an 8-story building. And the airport brawl kind of feels very similar in that way, the one that you've seen in all the trailers. And I actually think it might be my favourite singular action sequence in a superhero film, because it just so brilliantly exploits each character's traits in a way that is so witty and so inventive and just really fun. Obviously there is the big Spider-Man introduction. Now I'm not really a huge Spider-Man fan, but this film sort of won me over. I think they had so much fun with his character, and they got quite meta with the idea that this is a new character that we have seen 1,000 times before. And Black Panther, the other kind of big new character, I just thought was so awesome. And I really loved how their introduction of him just kind of pared it down to the essentials. Because all you really need to know is that he's royalty, he's pretty brooding, and he has got claws that'll fucking scratch your face off. That said, there is so much to pack in here, and I think the real victim of that is the film's designated villain, played by Daniel Bruhl, who pretty much might as well have been walking around with "I'm advancing the plot" branded into his forehead. So is it my favourite Marvel movie of all time? I'm gonna say no. I think that honour still goes to Guardians of the Galaxy. I kind of prefer that more contained storytelling. But I do think it is a formidable entry into the Marvel canon, and I think particularly it's really exciting to see a Marvel film this far down the line still feel kind of new and fresh and exciting, and it's made me very excited for the future of Marvel movies and all the different places they could go with it. The world is truly their oyster. So if you've had a chance to see Captain America Civil War, I would love to know what you guys thought. You can let me know down in the comments below, or you can hit me up on Twitter, details down in that description box. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so we can hang out and talk about movies. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!